My name is Melissa Maker. I am a cleaning expert. I am the co-founder of Makers Clean, and also I have run a cleaning business since 2006 called Clean My Space, and I have had my fair share of exposure to both good and bad cleaning tips over the years. And because I do a lot of work here on social media, I get access to a lot of cleaning experts, cleaning companies, and cleaning product companies, manufacturing and research facilities. So I get to ask the tough questions and get the nitty-gritty answers. In this video, I want to go over 5 cleaning myths or things that we have been taught to believe here on the internet that are just wrong. And I want to give you the right information. So let's dive in. And just before we get started, I want to flag that Black Friday is around the corner. And if you are not already a subscriber to the Makers Insider, you've got to get yourself on there, because this is the time of year where we have our very best deals, and they go out to our email subscribers, sometimes exclusively to our email subscribers, and sometimes we even sell out of products that we offer just through that email. So if you want to get your hands on the very best deals we have all year, as well as product drops and so much more, get yourself onto the Makers Insider email list. Pouring Coke down a toilet bowl, well, that can seem a little gross, and if you're a Coke fan, a little bit of a waste. But some people swear that Coke can make a toilet bowl sparkle. Now, according to the Coke website, they don't think so. Coke is acidic, which means that it can break down hard water stains, but so can vinegar, and it's cheaper and a little bit less depressing to dump down the toilet. And the other thing is, because Coke contains sugar, it can lead to bacteria growth, which is something we don't want in our toilet. And it's dark, so it can actually create more staining in your toilet bowl. The result, guys, clean your toilet with a toilet bowl cleaner, not Coke. Laundry is just one of those things that you can't get away from. And even though there's been research, there's been product redevelopment, machines have been completely redesigned to wash clothes effectively in cold water, people are still adamant that they want to wash their clothes in hot water to get the best clean. And this is just not true anymore. It used to be true. You used to need to use hot water to dissolve powder detergent and lift out dirt and stains and odors, but detergents have come a long way, and so have machines, front load as well as top load. So the next time you go and do your laundry, switch to cold water. It's gonna save electricity, it's gonna save energy, it's better for the environment, and you can get just as good a wash as you could with hot water. In the past, you've heard me talk about different ways to sanitize your sponge. And if you look up how to do that online, whether it's me or like 40 million other people who want to talk about cleaning online, they're going to tell you that you can boil, dishwash, or microwave your sponge to kill bacteria. But I've recently come across a study that takes that whole concept and flips it on its back. Here's what it says. Essentially, you can take a sponge, you can use those sanitization methods, but you will only ever kill about 60% of all of the bacteria contained in that sponge. If you think about the structure of a sponge, it's cellular, it's spongy, it's got all those little holes. Well, it's very easy for bacteria to barrel its way in there and never come out. So in fact, a sponge is actually a really complicated and hard thing to clean. And that is why we came up with washable scrub cloth. So you can do all of the things you need to do with a sponge, and then when you're done, give it a good rinse and throw it in the washing machine with your other microfiber cloths. I've got a link for you down below. And yes, they will come out clean. Back in the 1900s, when I was born, people used to clean windows with newspaper and glass cleaner. But now, in the 2000s, we know better. So what I would recommend is to use a combination of vinegar and water, equal parts, in a spray bottle. Why? Because it's cheaper and it works. And when it comes to the tool, rather than using newspaper, which is, let's be honest, hard to find because no one gets their news in newspapers these days, you can just use a flat weave microfiber cloth. Now, the original thinking when it came to using newspaper was that it was non-linting and it wouldn't leave streaks. However, because the dyes that are used today are different than the dyes that were used back in the 1900s, you actually do get streaks. And from a linting standpoint, the paper would disintegrate, making the job just awkward and frankly taking more time than it needs to. There's an important distinction in the cleaning world that I need to make right here and right now, and that is cleaning is not disinfecting, and disinfecting is not cleaning. In order to disinfect, you have to use a disinfectant and you have to follow the protocol on the back of the package. Typically, you have to do a two-step process where you clean the surface first, so you get rid of any debris, liquid, grease, grime, anything that's on the surface, and then you would follow that up with a disinfectant by spraying it and allowing the product to sit on the surface wet for the deemed period of time on the back of the package. Once that's done, you would wipe it away. You may or may not need to rinse the surface. Again, the back of the package will tell you. And when that's done, your surface will be considered disinfected. Well, now you've been exposed to some of the most annoying misinformation I've seen on the internet about cleaning, and it's your turn. I'd love to know in the comments down below, what is the most egregious cleaning advice you've seen on the internet? Let me know by leaving it in the comments. And just a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, to go and sign up for the Makers Insider. Black Friday is just around the corner, and trust me, you are going to want to get your hands on these deals. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.